Alright, here's our doing the valve cutting here on the heads, cutting the seats. So I just got done doing this one. This is the before. You can see how it's all corroded and rusty, real heavy. And over here you can see it's all cut. It's also been unshrouded, so we cut this big lip that's in here out of here, so it'll flow a lot better air. So this is the valve we used. It's all back cut. See what the seat is on the outside there where it belongs. It's all good. So these are oversized valves. That's one reason why these is cutting so big of a hole here, because they're sunk down a little bit to clean them up, and then it cuts bigger when you got a bigger valve into the chamber. So it lowers the compression slightly when you do that. But, oh well. Anyway, these heads are pretty corroded, so it takes a lot of cutting to clean them up. So these are our two cutters we're using. This one here cuts the seats. See all the different angles that are on there. Quite a few. And this here is my uppercut. Got a parabolic curve on it here. That cuts the chamber cut in here. It doesn't put that big gouge in there like everybody else does. You just use a straight radius cutter, which I can't stand. That's what everybody uses because that's what they make. That's why I made my own stuff. Oh, that's another custom one. There you go. There's what everybody makes, uses. So they go in there and they cut a big gouge in there like that. You can see how mine does not gouge. Put a big gouge in there. It leaves a nice flowed cutting edge surface to flow around. So anyway, there's the difference. On my valves in the chamber, as soon as you open this valve up, anything, it's flowing air. The more you open it, the more it flows. There's no low flow area at all in there. As soon as it opens, it just starts flowing like crazy. So that's why I do my valves that way. Alright, go ahead and cut this one now. We got to rough it in first. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is use this cutter. See if we can do a close-up of this being done. It's kind of hard for me to do though. So I got to move this thing over, line it up. Like this. You got to turn it on up here. Speed it up a little bit. Right there. Center your foot down here for the pedal. There's an air chuck up under here, which centers it. So here it's cut now. Very uneven surface and off center too. Rough it in a little bit. The whole machine's kind of going like that slightly because there's a lot of side loading, which means you're not very concentric. Spring. So now we go ahead and the cutter just made a big hole here, so we got to cut that out. And that'll also make it more centered. So you can see what the cutter is going to do. Right there, it's going to cut that edge off. And whatever else gets in the way, it'll cut off too. Speed down a little bit up there. Really uneven. That roughed in. So you can see how basically it's cut in there now. So I'm going to go ahead and do it, cut it one more time. This time it'll hold the concentricity better because it's not going to be catch on the inside of the hole it just cut. It'll be able to center itself up. Crank the speed up a little bit right there. Gauge that. And turn that on. And we recenter down here a few more times, just to make sure it's on center. Keep dropping a little bit. You hear it coming in. Sounds good and clean. When it sounds like it's cut nicely, that means you cut deep enough. Okay, so now we can mark this thing. Put our milk marker here. Mark it right on the edge of your cutter, which is right near the edge of the seat. See where the seat is right here. We did that one. Excuse me. I need my spring. Okay, now we're going to do this one here. We're going to cut it down until we leave just a little shiny mark right there. I'm looking for that little mark. That's my indicator it's time to stop. Let's see, this thing's way over here. Okay, turn that on. Lower our speed down a little bit. And let's go down until it touches. Cast iron dust. Okay, so I go down until I can see my little mark. It's not there yet. I still got a lip. I haven't cut deep enough. Okay. Come back and do it some more. Line that up. Pin's got a driver right there. A little deeper. Oh, got too deep. Didn't see it coming in. There, see, it's a little bit more of a flat spot than this other side over here. Just a little bit. A little bit more than I wanted. I'll just come back and clean up a little more of this one. I don't really have to do this, but I like them being consistent. Casts a lot of porosity in, so you can cut them deep as you want to keep them clean. Slowly coming down here. There it is. Barely kiss, that's all you gotta do. There you go, little mark. You can barely see the line now, just like the other one. Alright, there you go. See, with all this corrosion in here, it goes in deep into the metal. I'm not trying to go any deeper than I have to, but it's still got porosity. You're seeing the holes and stuff in there. This one here is a little bit cleaner. Still got a lot of porosity in it. More than the normal cast iron has. Cast iron has porosity anyway in it. Okay, pull that out. Put our valve in there, lapping compound on it. Already got it marked for being the front one. And we lap it in. This marks where it is on the valve. It also seats the it'll take the little grind marks off and chatter marks you get with a cutter and blends them in a little bit. Gives you a more uniform surface to seal against also. So now you can see the edge right there where it's below the top of the valve. So this one's a little bit more conservative than I normally run, but it's got a big valve in it and the heads are pretty rough, so it doesn't hurt to leave a little extra. It's probably going to beat into this cast iron because of porosity. There's so much corrosion on these heads, so I just leave a little extra. That way it doesn't bury itself in the hole. Alright, so there's the lap surface right there. So that goes around. You see a little fine mark right there, so we know it's the same depth as this side here, relative to the angles. So there you go. That's how you do it. Now this has never been opened up on the inside for the port flow. Even though they got a bigger valve in it, they did not port the head any bigger. So this can actually be cut out quite a bit on the inside to get more power. But we're not doing it for power. Alright, that's it for now.